Hey guys, RB the Garden Nanny. I am looking at 3 Limelight Hydrangeas and they are humongous up against my window. I am to the point where I am wanting to make them into a tree form of the Limelight. It's gonna have more than one stalk, making it a tree instead of a standard. So anyway, I just cannot get over how big they are up against my windows. And let's go in and see what I have. As you can see, there are lots of trunks. That's the word. I'm not going to try to make it into one because that's not going to work. Usually if you want it to be a standard, it needs to be one center stalk. And I don't have that. I have all kinds of them. So like I said, I'm just going to move up the tree, removing branches and stalks that don't fit and see what I come up with. I have a lot of these little things like this that needs to be taken off, all the bottom foliage. And yeah, I'm just going to get at it and see what happens. Always got to stand back and look at what you've done so far. And I see over on this side it needs to be pruned a little bit more. Always stepping back and looking at what you've done so far. Looking better. I'm loving that. I'm loving that height. I can see the beautiful legs of the hydrangea, and it's looking more like it's a tree form of this hydrangea. So I'm loving it. For this one, higher. So that's a big part. Those were pretty big pieces. I'm gonna have to come in on this side and remove a lot of that. do you see the vision? I do. It's looking so much better. Now I'm gonna have to shape it down from the top like I did the first one. The phrase that's coming to mind is light and airy. That looks so much better. We still got height to it, but it's not taking up so much space like this one. This is how all three of them looked. Now that looks a little better. I can see through it. It's not a big, huge bush anymore. I'm not too happy with this little, but I think if I take that out, let's see what it's gonna do. Oh, it's not that bad. I think I will. It's not bad. Come up in the front a little bit. I am pleased with that. Got rid of that long, lanky stem. This one has one, and I may have to see if I can remove that one. Yep. I like that. You may be saying, aren't you going overboard? I don't think so. These things grow so prolifically, and this is still spring. So giving them this good haircut early on, I think will really make a difference. So let's go over to the third. I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Basically all I'm doing is starting at the bottom, working my way up, and taking a look back and seeing what makes sense, what doesn't. And yeah, reducing it. You know, you hear people say reduce it by this, reduce it by that, but these Limelight Hydrangeas, they get humongous. There's no hiding behind these and can't be seen. I can also see my statue with the lilies. I couldn't see that before. Priscilla is her name. Now I can see her and I can see the lilies. I'm loving it. Come back and take a look. Okay, I like that. So I'm going to bring it down some from the top. Take a look. Perfect. Much smaller. So this is the height of them all. Definitely gonna have a before and after, but I love it. I think it is exactly what I needed. And once it gets its flowers, it's gonna be beautiful. This is one that you can cut on the new wood and you'll still get flowers. This is Limelight Hydrangea once again. So yeah, let me clean up my mess and I'll show you the end result. All right, I am done with cleaning up the area and just taking care of bits and pieces on the trees. And much smaller they are, but that is exactly what I want. They will fill in, and once the flowers grow, it will be even prettier. Of course, it doesn't look like a standard, but it looks like a tree. And because the standard only has one stalk. But I'm going to fertilize this area since it's had a very deep cut here and there, and yeah, go from there. I will let you see once the flowers and everything develop, and I will give you an update. All right, thanks for watching, guys.